new mini-series regarding capital markets in Iran, brought to you by offdobmarkets.com. In this episode, we will present a brief overview of the Tehran Stock Exchange, from its initial beginnings to its current global presence. The Tehran Stock Exchange is the biggest and most recognized stock exchange in Iran. It is a founding member of the Federation of Euro-Asian Stock Exchanges and has been one of the world's best performing stock exchanges in previous years. The idea of a stock exchange in Iran dates back to 1936, when the Bank Milli of Iran produced a report detailing plans for an operational stock exchange in Iran. However, due to the outbreak of World War II, it was put on hold, and it wasn't until 1966 when the Stock Exchange Act was ratified by the Iranian government, and legislation was finally in place. The Tehran Stock Exchange was born, and in 1967, trading officially commenced, initially being limited to corporate and government bonds, with the first companies to be traded being the Bank Sanat va Madan and the Petrol Pass Company. The 1970s saw rapid growth for the economy of Iran, with an increasing demand by the Iranian people to invest in their country's economic potential. The government became actively engaged in the stock market and started offering shares to its employees of state-owned and family-owned enterprises. Market activity grew exponentially, and within the first 10 years of operation, the number of listed companies rose from 10 companies to 142 companies trading on the Tehran Stock Exchange. However, the Islamic Revolution of 1979 put a hold on the economic growth of the country. The 8-year war with Iran and Iraq that also followed consumed much of the country's time and resources. And by the end of this conflict, the economy was in trouble, and the government started focusing on ways to boost private sectors of the share market, while implementing new economic reforms, including the approval of the 1988 Budget Act. This helped to re-establish market activity on the Tehran Stock Exchange and brought the share market back to life. After 8 years, the number of companies listed on the Tehran Stock Exchange rose to 249 listed companies. Since the implementation of further legislative reforms, the Tehran Stock Exchange is trading with much more stability and assertion. Buyer confidence continues to grow, with 9 million citizens registered to participate in the share market today, more than 10% of the entire population. Today, on average, there are 800 million shares, bonds, and treasury notes being traded on a daily basis, equating to approximately $200 million per day. There are 650 companies listed on the stock exchange, which equals a total market capitalization value of $85 billion. Most importantly, Iran's strength lies in its industrial diversity. There are 37 different industries trading openly in the stock exchange today. A strong presence of industries such as oil and gas, telecommunications, automotive, agriculture, petrochemical, mining, steel, copper, banking and insurance is what makes the Iranian economy the most unique in the entire Middle East. Under the general policies of Article 44 in the Iranian Constitution, most of the government-owned firms are now being privatized, which allows people to buy shares and encourage further economic growth in the country. Iran is one of the largest untapped emerging markets in the world today. According to many experts, the economy of Iran has many investment opportunities, particularly in its stock exchange. The Central Bank of Iran indicate that 70% of Iranians own their homes within Iran and have equity ready for investment. Therefore, rising confidence and stability in the local stock market will undoubtedly attract further investment by the general public. According to Goldman Sachs, Iran is forecasted to reach the highest economic growth and by 2025 will join the world's largest economies on the global level. This concludes part 1 of our mini-series, proudly brought to you by offdobmarkets.com. Please stay tuned for more episodes.